G'day and welcome to episode 46 of Trent365. Today is Monday, the 15th of January. Facebook is changing the feed again. But this time it seems to be more about making the network social again rather than making it a place for businesses to advertise and promote their products and their stories. The Zuck came out with a statement that basically said you'll now be seeing more posts from your friends, direct friends, as opposed to posts which are ads or sponsored stories or things that are promoted from pages and businesses you like, which is great for people who are using it for personal reasons, not so great for those that are trying to use it for business reasons to promote their businesses, which of course is many small businesses, such as spas. They're not saying they're going to stop the ads altogether, of course, because that is, after all, their revenue stream. But it would mean probably that I guess the ads are going to be more expensive. So maybe we see less ads, but the people running those ads are going to pay more for them. And many have said for a while that Facebook ads are really underpriced in terms of what they deliver for the advertisers. So that will probably change. What's interesting to me is that the changes address a couple of the points that we've discussed right here in this show. In fact, one just yesterday, which was the reality of news and how much we rely on social networks to provide our news. So it would seem that Facebook is definitely trying to take a step away from becoming the news provider. And another one that Zuck mentioned in his statement was that it's not healthy for people to just passively absorb content on social media, that they need to be actively interacting with it. And that's something we touched on here way back in episode 16 of the show, where we talked about the absence of thoughts, that by passively consuming other people's content on our mobile devices, we're really losing the ability, potentially, to think for ourselves. As part of this change, one of the other Facebook products that is supposedly going to get more airtime, essentially, is Facebook groups. So you'll see more posts from the groups that you're a part of, which is interesting because over recent times, I think the groups have kind of lost their luster a little bit. But I think what they're trying to do now, as part of this change, they're going to try to maybe give groups a new lease on life. So if you're a small business relying on Facebook ads, maybe now you want to try and think about how you can make Facebook groups a bit more active for you, a bit more of a priority. And look, I don't pretend to be a social media expert by any stretch of the imagination. So if you are and you've got a different perspective or perhaps some more in-depth information about any of this, please feel free to add your notes in the comments below. And if you're not, I just encourage you to maybe get onto Google and get onto Facebook and have a bit of a search for the changes that are happening and why they're happening, and then think about what other elements of Facebook you can use, because it's still obviously a very important tool for small businesses, especially businesses like the spa. Thanks for tuning in. You can, of course, as always, subscribe on iTunes or the Google Play Store or a few of those other podcast type locations, and I'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.